Hey, good morning. Chase's Shooting World. Hey, want to get something out to you really quick here. It'll be a short video, but hey, the government is tracking firearms. You go, they are? There's a constitutional amendment that says they can't. They are. And this is what's happened as of last Friday. Last Friday, the Visa, MASTERCARD, and American Express companies have caved in to the Democrats and the No Guns Anywhere groups, and they are putting specialty codes for the companies that sell firearms, the companies that sell any type of reloading, gunpowder, ammunition. They're putting specialty codes on that. Now, why would they put specialty codes on that? Because they're going to be tracing and monitoring what we're purchasing. You heard it. That's exactly what's going to happen. And so we, as 2A advocates, need to push back. We need to figure out a way to push back. For me, I'm just going to pay cash, and I don't care. They'll never figure out what I have or what's going on. I'm not hiding anything, but I'm sure not going to give the government any information that they shouldn't have. And we all know that that's what they're digging for, is all this information. And one of the things that really came out in this new regulation, I'll put it, is that Elizabeth Warren and a bunch of Democrats pushed this through to the big card companies. And how they do it? Well, this is how they did it. And as I quote, a new merchant code for gun retailers would be an important step towards ending financial system support for gun trafficking, gun violence, and domestic terrorism. This is a letter written by Senator Warren. Okay, so really in that little paragraph it says they're trying to end any type of credit use or credit card use for purchasing firearms, or your ATM use, because it's going to roll to that too. So they're trying to push from the other side to stop us from having firearms. And they're doing a good job at this point. Where's the NRA on this? Where are our state gun associations on this? I know it's new, and I know probably over the next 4 or 5 days, this will be the big hit of the internet and YouTube. But you know what? We have to push back, and we have to do something to stop this. Now, what am I going to do? Well, I may call my credit card companies. They really don't like me because I use my credit card and I pay it off. So I'm not a huge client of theirs because they don't make interest off of me. Now, do they have a lot of my money in savings? You bet they do. And so that may be the twist of, hey, you guys need to rethink this, or I'm going to pull my savings out and I'm going to put it in another institution that isn't trying to track my purchases. I think this goes full tilt. We don't need them to track anything that we purchase. Now, I do know that when you go in and you use your ATM card or you use your Visa or MasterCard or American Express, on your bill it says XYZ grocery. Okay? That's fine. But this is going to go deeper than that. And they're within this agreement, they're going to be telling the federal government and law enforcement, hey, Chase bought 3 firearms and 5,000 rounds of whatever ammunition. They're going to track this. And that's an issue. We've always said there is no gun registry. Well, here it is. Here it is. So it's time for us to start calling our associations, calling the NRA, and doing what we need to do to stop this. And it is super important. My concern is that the unintended consequence to this is that everything's going to go cash and it's going to go underground. And so people are going to go buy ammunition cash, and then they'll trade it and sell it to other people. No clue. Firearms will be the same way. In some states you can't do that, but in most of them you can, and there's ways around it. So the thought process of stopping someone who is mentally deranged and is going to go in and shoot up a church, shoot up a mall, this isn't going to stop it. The only way we're going to stop that is to have a mental health system that can do justice to the people that are in it and say, hey, these people aren't capable at this moment to own a firearm. Now, I'm not happy with that, but I will say that we have figured out that most of these kids and individuals have some mental disorders. And so there needs to be an avenue to say, hey, you can't purchase today, and reevaluate every year, every 6 months, whatever that is. And do we let a liberal judge do that? I'm not so sure. I don't know how to make this system work properly. It's going to take someone that's a lot brighter than me to do that. But we have to step up and stop what's going on. The data that these companies are getting and the government are getting on us, it's crazy. It is totally crazy. And it is going to come back to bite us. Will it come back in my lifetime? I'm not so sure. But for my kids and grandkids, you bet it will. They're going to manipulate this and use it to control society. We need to push back. We need to put our money where our mouth is and support these organizations and start pushing back and get this stuff into court, because it's the only way we're going to stop it. Hey, I hope you had a great weekend. Sorry to bring you news like this Monday morning, but I think it's super important. And if you do me a favor, like, it doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe, doesn't cost you anything. Helps me get my information out and keeps you abreast of what's happening and changing so quickly in this firearms and shooting industry. Thanks a lot.